What is going on, guys? ScorpionSlayer66 here, coming at you for another episode of monthly vinyl pickups. Now, this month I actually didn't get a whole ton. I spent a lot of my money on pre-orders for things that are going to be coming in the next couple months. So, yeah, look forward to those. And I'm going to be trying to unbox all of the cool, like, newer albums I get on the Vinyl Corner channel. We're reworking our schedule right now with that, but that will be up and going soon. And yeah, I have a couple really cool things coming, like the Blood Orange album, the new Brockhampton album, Kids See Ghosts, shit like that. So I have a ton of great stuff coming, but let's look at what I got this month. So I actually got a couple of cassettes this month, so I'm just going to rifle through these real quick. The first one being Bob Dylan's Bringing It All Back Home. If you guys know this album, it was part of the stretch of albums that defined Bob Dylan. And yeah, it's one of the weaker ones in terms of that era of Bob, but by no means does that mean it's a bad album. It's a masterpiece still, regardless. Then I also got Roxy Music's Avalon. Roxy Music is just great with or without Eno. The first couple records without Eno are arguably even better than the ones with Eno. But yeah, so this was cool to find on tape. I also got King Crimson's 3 of a Perfect Pair. Crimson stuff is always awesome for me to add because they're not on streaming, so you can only find or listen to their stuff through physical, or if you want to pay for the digital download. So finding this for $1 was really cool. And then this was the ultimate cassette gem of the month. This is my most wanted cassette, and it is the beautiful Velvet Underground and Nico. Now, these cassettes are pretty hard to find and can be expensive. One came into the store I work at, but unfortunately the tape itself was kind of warped, so the sound was pretty off. But yeah, I still paid a little bit of money for it just to have it. So very cool. Obviously, you guys know this is like my favorite album. So having it on any format is really fucking awesome. Next up, I got in my pre-order for the limited edition version of Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer, one of my absolute favorite albums of the year. There's really not a bad track on it. It's just very minor complaints for me with this one. And this one's cool because it has an awesome lenticular cover. I'm usually not a huge fan of these, and I didn't even know what the design was going to be. But yeah, this is one of the cooler lenticulars I've ever seen. There's the back for you and the inner gatefold. Really nice packaging, really great aesthetic going on here. This album, like I said, just fantastic. If you're into like Princey type funky pop music, definitely check this one out. Prince actually had his hand at producing some of the stuff on here. It was the last thing he worked on before he passed on to the next life, so that was cool. I forget how many of these were limited to. I believe it was 3,000 or 5,000 for the pre-order, and it came on this beautiful see-through yellow vinyl called Sun Yellow. But yeah, very, very awesome. I don't think I have any other yellow clear records, or maybe I have some that are like splattered or whatever, but regardless, it's still really cool. And it comes with a really nice sheet here with the lyrics on the back and a cool picture on the front. But yeah, really awesome album. If you guys are into your contemporary R&B and stuff like that, definitely give that one a listen. One of the absolute highlights of the year for sure. So the next pre-order I received is for Hermit and the Recluses, Orpheus versus the Sirens. One of the standout hip-hop albums this year. If you guys don't know Hermit and the Recluse, they are producer Animos and rapper Ka. Animos is a fantastic producer, does a lot of that underground stuff. He works with people like Rock Marciano. And Ka is just one of the most killer rappers we have right now. His lyrics are just so heady, so thought-provoking, and so layered. It's every time you go through and listen to one of his albums, you find something new in the lyrics, and the way he delivers them is so stone cold and just to the point, and he just commands every song he's on. And I absolutely love the packaging on this. The inner labels are kind of like made to look like marble to fit in with the theme of the whole Greek mythology stuff, and on the back is a really nice painting, it looks like, and again, going off that Greek mythology theme. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. If you guys are into bands or groups like Jedi Mind Tricks, definitely check this out. Very lyrical stuff going on here, but the production is really fantastic, very personality filled, and Ka is just killing it on the mic. The second to last pre-order I got in this month, this is Armin Hammer's Paraffin. Armin Hammer is a fantastic, again, rap duo, but this time it consists of Billy Woods and Elucid, two of, again, the absolute best people we have right now, especially in that whole underground scene. These guys are really fantastic, have great personalities, and the way that their personalities and their tones and their deliveries bounce off of each other on this record is just absolutely next level. The production on this is super dark, super grimy, and the lyrical themes are just all over the place, but mainly consisting of focusing on the dirtier side of society and how things in the underground work. And the way that they're delivered can be hilarious or heartbreaking. And yeah, this is just another fantastic rap release. I mean, for me, this year might be one of the best years in music for me personally. I've had so many albums come out that have just blown my fucking mind. And yeah, this is one of them. Very simple labeling going on here, but yeah, this record is super heavyweight. All these pressings have been fantastic, if I haven't said that. But yeah, this album is absolutely fantastic. Again, if you're into that underground, dirty, hardcore hip-hop thing coming out of New York, definitely check this one out. These guys are delivering some of the most interesting socio-political dialogue on record right now, and yeah, this just keeps blowing my mind more and more every listen. And the last pre-order I got in for this month, this is Death Grips' newest album, You're the Snitch. As of the filming of this video, this is my second favorite album of the year. Death Grips have released another masterpiece, and it's blowing my fucking mind that they keep doing this. This was the limited edition, the green one with the slide-out cover, which I fucking love doing this. I don't know why, it's just so satisfying. But yeah, amazing album. These guys are, if you guys don't know Death Grips somehow by now, doing some of the most interesting music of the modern era, combining a lot of elements of noise, punk, and electronic into hip-hop a little bit. But especially with this album, they've definitely pushed away from the hip-hop a lot more recently. They're going into a lot more electronic territory with this one. But there's a straight-up punk song on it, and it's absolutely amazing. Comes on this translucent green vinyl, very interesting labeling. Obviously the emoji eyes thing is pretty weird, but again, Death Grips has always had that weird aesthetic to them where they're just fucking with everything and they're always challenging your brain to like think about what they're doing. But yeah, this is one of my favorite of their releases at this point. Probably honestly top 3. I love just about every track on here. And it also comes with this cool lyric sheet with some production credits and such. But yeah, Death Grips just made another absolutely masterful record, and I'm very happy to own the limited edition. Next up, this was a Discogs purchase from actually Red Scroll Records, and this is Nail's Unsilent Death. This is one of my favorite albums from this generation. This is one of the most insanely fast, hard-hitting, dirty, ferocious punk, grindcore, hardcore punk, noise punk records I've ever heard in my life. This thing is a blistering 18 minutes. Literally, you don't get that much time to breathe with this, and it's all the much better for it. This is actually a really cool version that comes on completely clear vinyl. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Wanted this record for a very long time, but a lot of the time it was sold out, and I just didn't want to go through Discogs, but eventually I decided to bite the bullet and did. And yeah, just very happy to own this. Nails is one of the bands that impresses me the most from the current time, and I'm really itching for a new record from them. Alright, so next up we have Sun's White One. Sun has been a band that I've obviously known about for a very long time due to their legendary status now. But it wasn't until recent years where I became really interested in their music and really loving it. And for a long time, this has been definitely one of my favorite of their releases. I don't know what it is about it. I just really like how all of the textures are clashing a lot on this record. It really speaks to me on a personal level when I'm listening to it. And this is the new 2018 pressings on white vinyl. But yeah, just a really fantastic record. If you guys are into your droney shit, you've probably already heard this because Sun is like the band for that genre. But yeah, just absolutely fantastic release. One of my favorite of like the stranger, like the Drone Metals and stuff like that records out there. So yeah, really fantastic release, and they really did these reissues well. I didn't mention it actually in the last one, but this is a Southern Lord release, and so is that Nails, and Southern Lord is just one of the best labels out there right now. So really stoked to have this one. So another thing to add to my overly obsessive Velvet Underground collection, this is a Castle Face Records compilation of 11 of that label's artists covering all 11 songs of Velvet Underground and Nico. If you guys aren't familiar with Castle Face, they're the label that does like stuff like Ty Segall, and White Fence and the OCs. So yeah, really great record label if you're into your garagey psychedelic stuff. It's a great label to get into, and yeah, really cool. I mean, I have Nirvana ones that are similar to this, but I didn't have any Velvet Underground related ones, so this one was really fucking awesome. And it came on this cool like green and yellow mix. On one side it's way more green with the yellow, and then on the other side it's the opposite. So yeah, looks really nice, sounds really nice, and it's an interesting little compilation. If you guys are into the Velvet Underground and Nico to the extent I am, definitely go seek this out. I believe it's on YouTube. So yeah, it actually comes with a download card as well, so very cool. I think I paid like 10 bucks for this, so very happy to have it. And again, always adding to my over-obsessive Sex Pistols collection, this is Anarchy in the UK Live. Now, all discretions, haven't gotten a chance to listen to this one yet. This came into the place I worked, and yeah, I definitely had to cop it. This is a UK bootleg. It's one of those really like flimsy bootlegs where you can definitely tell that it is one. And the labeling is super simple, just white and black text with the track listing and some credits on it. But yeah, really awesome piece. I mean, again, I can't really speak for the quality of it itself yet, but a lot of my Sex Pistols boots are like some of my favorite things in my collection, so definitely was cool adding another, and especially it being like my favorite color scheme of all time. Really sick. So yeah, this cover is absolutely fucking awesome. It was the thing that made me grab it in the first place. So had to grab this one as soon as I heard it. This is the new Aphex Twin EP Collapse. Absolutely one of my favorite things released this year. Richard still has it, and he absolutely showed all of his colors on this EP here. This is the Day 1 edition, so it's like the different cover, and it has the last song on it. But yeah, just really amazing electronic music. If you guys are into Aphex Twin, you've probably listened to this, but if you aren't into Aphex Twin, you should definitely check it out. He is one of the most colorful, just absolutely whimsical electronic artists out there. He always manages to make stuff that sounds super crazy. It's super fast a lot of the time, or it can be super ambient, and he's really good at keeping those worlds separate, and he's also really good at mixing them and making them build, and as this title says, collapse on each other in these like psychedelic, colorful explosions of electronics and synths. So yeah, this is an absolutely amazing release. I'm very excited that he still has something of this quality in him, because it definitely gets me way more excited for his future releases, because I'm not personally the biggest fan of like the Cheetah EP and shit like that. But yeah, absolutely awesome. And the inner sleeve for this one is actually the regular cover for the album, which I thought was a really nice touch. So very cool, amazing EP here. It's like 30 minutes. If you guys are looking for some really good electronic shit to get you pumping a little bit, this is really great stuff. So the second to last thing for this video, this is the new Idols album, Joy as an Act of Resistance. Again, another one of my absolute favorites of the year. These guys just keep killing it. Another one of the best bands around right now. If you're into punk music at all, definitely check these guys out. This is like really good, like kind of post-punky, but still has that hardcore punk edge to it, and the writing on it is absolutely brilliant. I actually had a chance to see these guys live earlier in the month, and it was one of the best concerts I've ever been to. They treated me with such hospitality and just grace. I was there pretty early because I accidentally left earlier than I thought, and they arrived and they actually invited me in and let me hang out with them, and they were just absolutely wonderful people. So supporting their music just got even that much better, knowing that they're amazing people. They're really humble, they're just normal people, but they just make really great music, and it's something that inspires me, and it's something that, you know, makes me happy that a band like this is around, especially for someone like me that you guys have heard it a million times. I grew up with punk music, at least for what I listened to. So having a band like this for someone who's like 13 right now is an absolutely amazing thing. So yeah, one of my favorite albums of the year, and if you guys haven't heard this, you definitely need to listen to this one. So I definitely saved my favorite thing I got this month for last, and this is Boris and Sun's Alter. This is probably my favorite Sun-related project as a whole. I absolutely love the mix with Boris. They have a very good chemistry together, and this is the crazy like limited edition with like the big ass art book. It's 3 LPs and they're all yellow. But yeah, this is just an amazing fucking album. If you guys, again, are into your drone, but like a little bit more noise into it, this is absolutely fucking fantastic. It's like this really cool, like yellow clear, but there's like wisps of white. So it's just really awesome. It's kind of like mustardy yellow see-through. But yeah, brown mustard rather. But yeah, this is just amazing. These are not the easiest thing to come by because they were a limited edition in 2006 before vinyl really started coming back. So yeah, shout outs to the Instagram follower that gave me the good price on this. You know who you are, and I very much so appreciate it. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite pieces of my collection. Alright, like I said guys, I didn't get that much this month, but I got a lot of really cool albums from this year and some absolutely awesome metal records. So let me know down in the comments what your favorite was, and while you're down there, don't forget to check out all the links in the description, hit that like button, subscribe, and until next time guys, take care.